What's up? This is your boy Howie from Try It Hip Hop Podcast. Obviously, I'm wearing this shirt for obvious reasons. First of all, I do want to send a shout out, a rest in peace shout out to Chadwick Boseman. And man, it just, that kind of just threw me for a loop. Not to dismiss that topic, because I think we'll definitely talk more in depth about it Wednesday. But like right now, I kind of wanted to talk. I've been wanting to do this for a while, not because of what he said to Minister Farrakhan.
You know, this kind of whole, I personally feel this is coming off the heels of Farrakhan's 4th of July speech.
Sure.
Where he said, those of you that say you're Jews, I will not give you the honor of calling you a Jew. You're not a Jew. You're so-called. You're Satan. And it's my job now to pull the cover off of Satan. And he went on to say, like, every Muslim, when they see a fake Jew, grab a rock. And this is kind of what I feel is the energy. And a lot of people look up to Farrakhan.
I just want, I kind of wanted to do this because a lot of people have been kind of, getting at him, for reasons. But anyway, my topic for the day is DJ Vlad, a necessary evil. This is basically a question I posed. Again, I was going to do this before the things he said about Minister Farrakhan. It just so happened this powder keg kind of just blew up. But for what, and I don't really know a whole lot about Vlad, too much. I do tend to watch his interviews. I have been watching him for probably, quite some time. Definitely instrumental as far as, I do like the fact that he has. Well, let me go back. I'm sorry. He's very I think he's very instrumental of having like different people on and having different perspectives, especially in the black community. I think so. I was gonna go ahead and address some of the good I see, I feel, But yeah, going back to that, like I said, he's, I think, having a different spectrum across, Black America, Black culture, coming from a Khazarian Jew. I think it's a good thing, as far as that goes. I do feel that, especially with the climate that we got now, between blacks and Jews, we need more conversation. As much, upheaval and stuff is going on, I do feel that we need more conversation as far as, what I'm saying, like why, these groups are, the way they are, or why they're on this and that, so I really do feel that more conversation needs to be encouraged from both sides. So I think we can actually have like a better understanding of each other. Going back to the good, like I said, it's cool that he was interviewing the younger artists, people that I probably wouldn't listen to, but the good thing about it is, well, let me go back. Let me go to obvious thing, because I do like hearing from, that he gets some of the old school artists, have, the Lord Jamar's, like, Lord Jamar and Godfrey definitely branded themselves very well, using that show, and, getting the success that they enjoy today, now, they're not superstars per se, but I feel that, they definitely got a buzz with Vlad's branding. And I don't want to ramble on and on, but anyway, going back, like I said, the newer artists is definitely great that he did stuff for the newer audience, because, the young heads, they want to, see those artists. But me looking at those interviews, sometimes, it's good to get a perspective of how the young people think. Especially young black men in America. I think it's is really healthy. I'm not saying that all the youth have been, stellar interviews or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But it is good to see, like, all the sides of black people. And I will say that's probably, and he probably has some more good, and I'm not saying that to cape for him or anything, but as far as like me being just, I'm just a regular Joe. For me, just being like a listener, I feel that, as far as like interviewings, and I kind of like, I like interviews and documentaries, podcasts, and I think he kind of catered to that world, and it was really kind of good to see, some of the people that, you wouldn't necessarily, see. Like, it was good to see, the alcoholics on there. It was good to see, like, he did one recently with Be Real, Cypress, it was really good to see him, do certain groups that, people kind of, forgot about. It was also good, again, to see good the newer acts. But that being said, let's go ahead and get into the bad. Yeah, he does kind of do some sucker shit, especially when it comes to the naming of some of his shows. And I understand, and let's get this straight. I understand why he does it, because he's trying to get more traffic to the site. It's kind of, it's borderline clickbait, you know what I'm saying? But I understand, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So, I understand why he does it. I will go back on this one good thing, which I don't understand. I don't know why. I don't know if he's still doing it or not. But I did like the fact that he was doing the stock tips. And I thought that was a pretty good, service towards, because especially he has like a predominantly African American audience, at least at the time he did. It was good that he did the stock tips. So I meant to put that in there. I do apologize for like bouncing around. Anyway, going back to the bad, yeah, I think he does kind of get, even before the Farrakhan thing. Especially we'll go ahead and throw Eminem in this. Like if he can't get certain people on, he kind of has this way of throwing like cheap shots, at him, so like as far as like, yeah, like you, okay, you don't want to come on my show, or I'm gonna talk about you till you do, trying to revoke a response. I will say this about the Minister Farrakhan, as far as the interview and the decline of the interview, even though he didn't give a reason, if Vlad did pay attention to this speech that he misquoted, you can see that the man is I'm not going to say necessarily the best of help, but you see that the man had to have help and walk to the podium to deliver the speech. So, as a, that might have been one of the reasons, like, hey, I'm going to have to decline. So, for him to, like, really, do some, sucker shit like that, that is disrespectful, I feel. And the black community has, especially the Nation of Islam, have very much so the right to say what they're saying right now. Much so the right. And not to, I know DL Hughley's been under some fire too, not to knock him. I just don't understand why in the interview that they had, that he kind of brought that, like, well, maybe the minister, to see the man that had to come out, the minister needed help walking out. And on top of that, he said in the speech that he gave the criteria, at the end, he said, you probably won't hear from me in a while. Farrakhan said that himself. So, that might be, the period that he needs to recharge or to get help. Not to say that he needs help, but I'm just speculating. And then, I don't want to get things misconstrued, especially with the Nation of Islam. But, and honestly, maybe on a spiritual level, he just like, hey, I'm just not gonna, talk for a while. I think a lot of, and I think everybody's guilty of this. I think a lot of people, they're so thirsty for content that they'll just do anything for it. And Vlad kind of, lack of a better will, like, he kind of makes that what it is, like, it kind of amplifies that, if that makes sense. That's not good. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. There's a wrecked car, like, driving like a, anyway. But yeah, but in the overall thing, do I think Vlad has done some good for us? Not, well, at least for, like, the black community, as far as having different types of people on. I would say yes. And I'm not saying that to Kate for him. Now, overall, as far as, like, the monetary, the monetary stuff and getting, like, getting these people to pay, getting these people paid on these interviews. Yeah, he did. I think, he did drop. I feel that he dropped the ball on that. So I just feel, he definitely could have done a little better. I mean, I know you can't give everybody the world, but he could have done, especially him making millions of dollars, he could have done something. Like, hey, let's, I'll do this. I'll make sure that, I don't know how these interviews work. 'Cause again, I'm just a small fry. So, like, hey, I give you X amount of dollars and, and plus a percentage every time, this interview is played so that you get some royalties off of it, something of that nature. But yeah, we'll see. What will play, what role will be played. Me personally, I don't have no ill will towards Vlad. For the most part, I think he's overall okay. I mean, that's just my opinion. Does he do sucker shit? Yeah. He could definitely do a little bit better than, what he's doing. But overall, I do enjoy listening to the interviews. What I'm saying, like, I really enjoy that. This guy. Yeah, don't get in a hurry. Sorry. Behind like a Sunday driver on a Saturday. Fucking nuts, huh? Anyway, sorry about that. That's just my assessment. I know people are going to have a different assessment. Again, I'm not trying to cape for them or anything like that. I don't get nothing off of, what I'm saying? I don't get nothing off of him, saying like, oh, well, make me in a good light, Howie. No, that's not what this is. I'm just kind of, me as a viewer, I'm just kind of stating, how I put them. Excuse me, y'all. And first and foremost, I do apologize about the length of the video. Just to do some promotion. I do appreciate those who are listening to me, who took time to listen. We will see you on the show. We'll hope to see you on the show Wednesday. Don't forget to listen to us on Anchor. I think we're on Spotify and iTunes through the Anchor app, plus another other forms of podcasting companies or whatnot. Again, this is a lost in thought. Just another one. I ain't done this in a while, but we're gonna kind of keep doing some more. Keep this going, get some more content on there. But anyway, it's your boy Howie. Appreciate you listening to me. Easy.